is gonna be fun. Yeah,
So excited. Bard gets to do some role playing.
yeah,
A little
can't
bit.
wait.
Hey everybody, I'm Frank Myers, the Dungeon Master for Guardians of the Realm, Season 1, and we've reached Episode 2. Hope you could join us last week. We have our video on demand if you haven't seen it yet. So we're playing Adventure League rules, which means each of these characters is tracked, and they are able to take their characters and play them in other games with other Adventure League rule set players and DMs. To give you an example, though, we have to track. This is what the DM log looked like for me for last week, where the players earn 2 advancement points and 2 treasure points. So in 5 downtime days, and as the season progresses, we'll get kind of more into that, what all that means. So we're playing Adventures League, and we're really enjoying it. I had a lot of fun last week. I know these guys did too. So let's go around and introduce ourselves to everyone, and we'll start with Hothead in the top left corner. Tell us a little bit about yourself and about your character you're playing in Season 1 of Guardians of the Realm.
Hello. I am, as he said, Hothead or Nick, whichever is easier for everyone. And for season one, I am playing Uldrin, the silver dragonborn paladin of Bahamut, who is currently hunting down the dragon cult in hopes for revenge for his dead wife.
It's exciting. And then we have in the bottom left corner, Squatch. Tell us about yourself and about your character.
Yeah, I'm Andrew or Real Squatch, and I am everybody's favorite pirate wizard. Said I had a misfortune in my past, and now I'm looking for revenge.
Basically, the problem here is that the
And in the top right corner, Sally, tell us about yourself and about your character.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sally, otherwise known as Vivian Belladonna, the High Elf Ranger here, and I am a pompous High Elf hunter from a wealthy family who seeks revenge on the cult who captured her, hoping to free herself of the psychological wound from the experience.
That's great. And finally, last but not least, Burn! Tell us about yourself and your character.
Hey, I'm Bernie. I go by Bernie the Gamer on Twitter. I'm playing Carrick Tribeard, the Dwarven Bard, who's, going up and down the Sword Coast looking for a good time, trying to join the Harpers, general business.
So, rolling right into it, last week we began our campaign here in the Forgotten Realms on the Sword Coast. We're kind of southeast of Baldur's Gate, as you can see here in the picture, in an area known as the Greenfields. This area is currently with activity for a cult of the dragon. Not a nice group of guys that are currently looting the city of Greenest. So as I switch over here to the picture of it, our group came down from Burdusk to Greenest, as you can see in the corner of this picture, and they came along with this guy. This is Duke Swift. He is a merchant who hired, I think it was Sarvios. Yes, Squatch's character, Sarvios, was hired by this guy to help get him to Greenest, and the other characters had their own reasons for coming, as they mentioned in their backstories. Along the way, you met Danica. Danica, they're a friend, a really good friend apparently, as y'all noticed on the long road of Duke Swift. And Danica's older brother is the head priest in Greenest of the Shantae Temple. And what you found was that Greenest was in flames, that a big nasty blue dragon, along with the cult of the dragon, is burning the city down in an attack. You heroically stepped in and made your way to this keep, seen in this picture. Along the way, you made your way through Greenest. You saved some people from kobolds, from cultists, and you saved this woman and her family, Lena Swift. Her husband is the nephew of Duke Swift. And as you are ushered into the keep, we begin our game today by meeting this guy. Any questions from the players before we kind of get back into the week?
Did I bleed out?
You did not bleed out.
Okay.
You were saved and carried in with the other wounded into the keep.
All right. So am I like unconscious still?
You are not unconscious. You were brought back to 1 hit point. And I'm looking for my mouse. There it is. Okay.
Ooh, baby.
And
All right. And before we actually start, could I say a few words from our sponsors and
sure,
all that
go
other
ahead.
kind of jazz?
Mhm.
All right. So basically, we are sponsored by the Elderwood Academy. They are the same people who have I made a video about it on their YouTube channel. I just posted a link in the chat, but you can also get the link to it down below in the description. They are the same people who I made a review over these dice boxes, these dice chests here. These are really cool stuff. I highly recommend it here and everything. They even come with mini dice if you get the mini set. Got to plug this in here, really. But we were very grateful for them, and you can always check out their stuff down in the link down below in the description. Also, we have a Patreon and a Streamlabs link to go ahead and help support the show and help keep things rolling, help get better supplies, equipment, and much, much more. Our Patreon has different tiers, including a link to our Discord if you subscribe for that amount. Several things for like the DMs nodes and whatnot. So hey, we have awesome benefits. Come say hi, and I believe that is it.
All right. So, as you are ushered into the keep and the doors are slammed shut behind you in the Sally Port, you realize that chaos has ensued. The first thing that overwhelms you is the smell, unfortunately, of burning flesh. This blue dragon has apparently been killing many of the guards of the town, and you see that their kind of lightning burned bodies have been pushed against the bottom walls as they've had no moment of time to treat the dead in any way that they deserve to be treated. Instead, you see the smoke from the town kind of blocking your view somewhat, but this dwarf that you see here in the picture, he is ushering you in to the tower that's kind of part of the keep you saw, and he introduces himself as Escabert the Red. He is a shield dwarf with knotted, tangled, bright red hair. Definitely, as you can tell, is the master of the keep, in charge of its defense. And he takes you into a room that is kind of a triage room, is your first reaction to it. There's been like makeshift cots set up inside this tunneled room. You see inside this tower that there's a few, maybe they aren't really, maybe they're townspeople that are acting as nurses, trying to nurse, but there's definitely a number of wounded. So Burn, let's let you have the first roll this week. Let's do 2d12 for the number of wounded you see inside the keep.
What a fun thing to roll for.
Yay, 13 of them.
13 wounded people in the keep.
Yikes.
That is a lot of people that need help, and that's okay. The first thing, I guess, that happens is this chaotic attack of the dragon. And by the way, the dragon swooped down low again, kind of eyeballing you as you came into the keep, as it blasted its lightning breath one more time towards the defenders on the top of the castle walls. So the keep has kind of a top area around where you can actually fight from with bows perhaps, or ranged attacks, and it has this tower that's better defended where you are now kind of hiding. I know we have some wounded. So which of you is wounded the worst?
I am at a 7 out of 11. I look like a 7 out of 11.
I believe I am at 1 HP.
You are at 1 HP.
Oh
So
yeah,
maybe,
that's right.
maybe fighting the dragon is not the moment for you to do that.
Yeah.
Though I'm not even thinking about fighting the dragon. Currently, I've rushed to the wounded, and I am helping take care of them. Not worried about myself, but the training I underwent as a paladin of Bahamut makes me hopefully adept at taking care of these people.
It does, and you're very, very helpful. As you do that, Danica, who you came with, is very upset. Let's throw up a picture of Danica. She actually grabs this dwarf, Escabert, almost rudely, very rough, and wants to. She seems almost, or he seems, or they seem almost, besides themselves, asking for their brother. Has anyone seen Eden? Has anyone seen Eden? Escobar, where's Eden? He just shrugs, the dwarf. I don't know. Where is this guy? I don't know. I haven't seen him. Danica then proceeds to go around to all 13 of the wounded, checking for their brother, and they don't find, apparently, who that is. And then Duke Swift is, of course, kind of following around Danica. He also seems very upset, and it ends with, I guess, this little scene with Danica apparently about to go back outside because Escobar says, "Well, you could check with the governor. Maybe the governor would know." Well, where's the governor? Where's the governor? He's fighting the dragon up on top of the keep. And that looks like what Danica's about to do, leave the keep. Duke Swift, however, grabs Danica by the arm and tries to stop them from doing that. "No, stay here with us. Don't go out there. It's too dangerous." And Danica's apparently, you see almost like a little rage come over Danica's face for a moment, and they pause, and then suddenly Danica bursts out in anger, talking about a flurry of just accusations toward the Duke about all he cares about is money, all he cares about are his wagons, he cares about his mill, he doesn't care about Danica, doesn't care about Danica's brother, doesn't even care about the Swift family, and the Duke's, of course, he's very upset by this, but he responds, "Oh, but I saved the family. Look, we're all here safe." And he gestures, and where the wounded Cuff is laying on one of the stretchers, and his wounded married niece is sitting, and the children at their feet. But Danica doesn't let him take credit for that. Danica is like, "No, you came across them just by luck, by randomness. You didn't even try to save them. You were bringing your wagons to the keep, and they happened to be there." So there's this mean, awful fight going on between these two very close friends. So what, if anything, do you guys do?
I would like to sort of approach and step between them.
Okay.
Sort of like, I don't know if I had gloves or anything, but sort of taking them off. I'll look to Danica and say, "I know you're worried about your brother, but there are more important things happening. Besides, if you rush out there right now and that dragon torches you, who's going to be there for the wounded? Who's going to be there for your brother if he shows up? Going out there now will bring nothing but more heartbreak for everyone in here."
That definitely causes Danica to pause, and they take a deep breath. Danica's eyes do seem to clear a bit, and then Danica says to you, directly to your face, like only a few inches nose to nose.
Nose to snout.
Yes, nose to snout. "Don't you understand anything? My brother is the best healer there is. He's the priest of Shanta. He can heal all of these people. We have to find him, or they all could die."
Well, perhaps we can go an easier route about it than charging in.
I tried that earlier. I thought about it. It's not a good idea. I gesture to all the stab wounds.
Yes, you are very injured.
In my body.
I'm not sure you know what subtle means, friend.
Subtlety was not a part of my training.
Clearly.
I'll just kind of chuckle a little bit and nod, and I'll say,
Okay.
"Where does your brother normally reside? Is it the temple?"
Yes, it is the temple. We almost were there. We passed right by it. It didn't look like there was any danger there. But let's all go. Go with me. We'll talk to the governor up on top of the keep, and from there we'll go to the temple if we need to. And the Duke Swift says, "No," he interrupts. "No, y'all don't do that. No, stay here where you're safe."
But do you even know what we're up against? Do you see what was out there? We have a bloodied guy over here, and plus, just you're letting your anger and your fear about your brother letting you cloud your judgment here. So please just take a deep breath, relax, and try your best to calm down so we can go ahead and try to find out a good strategy so we can save everyone, including your brother.
And Duke, with all due respect, I fought in wars with dragons, and I know more about them than you do. This is not going to be as simple as hunkering down and waiting. Blue dragons are very patient.
That's right.
So, we have to think about this smartly and try to outmaneuver him. And no offense, you're not going to be any help in that situation. Go to your family, take care of them. We will take care of this.
that does seem to calm the Duke down as well. He is very happy staying here where there's no danger. His 2 guards are being healed, and you do notice something interesting. They have what looks like a bag of potions that they are digging into and getting potions out of.
How many potions?
You don't know exactly, but perhaps a half dozen potions are still remaining in the bag.
I want to at least take 2.
So, everybody can add a single common potion of healing to your character sheet.
Well,
In Adventure,
common.
yes, in Adventure League, you get a quest for playing Adventure League for the first time, which y'all accomplished last week by doing 2 hours of Adventure League. So you've each earned a potion of healing. And in our story, these potions were in the Duke's bag. He had them the whole time. If you remember last week, I kind of alluded to it, foreshadowed that was happening. So you each kind of grab the bag, you each grab one, the guards grab one for themselves, so you now have a potion of healing. You don't have to drink it right now, it's permanent. It's one of the rare items you find in the game that are permanent because it's a quest item. The Adventure League gives all kinds of great Dungeon Master quests, and one of them is, for new players like yourselves who've never played Adventure League, you get a potion of healing at the conclusion of your first session, which you accomplished last week. Congratulations, everybody.
Thanks. That's
Thank
2d4 plus
Yay.
2, right? For
Mhm.
Okay, added that to my list.
So this is the most short-lived item I will ever have, as Uldren will chug his healing potion, knowing he's gonna have to go back out there. And
All right,
1 HP is not gonna do it.
Roll your dice, see what you get.
Ooh, come on, big money.
Top heels, top heels.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
You got 8 hit points back. That's great at level 1. What do you mean not bad? That's fantastic.
Oh, yeah, totally.
That's all the hit points I have.
I'm missing 3 currently.
Yay! Way better.
Missing 4?
No, but
Well,
Not
now that
bad
you're
at
looking
all.
chipper, what's the plan?
well, you say there's a governor fighting up top.
Yeah,
So,
Escobar
damn it.
himself seems to be ready to leave the triage room to go back out to defending the keep. Danica clearly is planning to accompany Escobar out of the tower and back into the dangerous area.
Well, you said we should speak to the governor, Danica. Where is he?
Well, Escobar then chimes up and says, if you idiots don't want to stay safe, I could use the help protecting the keep. But he's upstairs acting himself like an idiot trying to fight a dragon. He's the one that got us into this mess.
Oh my god.
Oh, did he fire at it while it was flying over?
Oh, everybody is. We're trying to scare the thing off, we are.
He's scaring it by attacking it, which will probably more than likely enrage it.
The dwarf
and
looks
come
really
directly
angry
to
now.
you guys.
It attacked us first! We're defending ourselves! As he throws open the door and storms back out into the mass of chaos outside.
Uldren will just kind of chuckle and, sort of rub his eyes and go, dwarves. Anyways.
So,
let
Danica
us-
kind of gestures at y'all. Is what they do is Danica kind of leaves and goes up the stairs out. You see there's a stairwell out in the keep, and they are heading up to find the governor on top of the walls.
Well,
Yes.
let us follow Danica.
Of course.
Alright, that might as well.
So, Squatch, are you going also?
I am going to whip out my wineskin and start drinking on the way up. But yes, I'm following.
Smart.
There's almost never a bad time for that. And let's go back to meet the governor. Boom.
Some
This
liquid
is-
courage.
Uh-oh, let me move my picture down. This is Tarbaugh Nighthill. He is the governor of Greenest. It's his job to kind of do the politics of the region, oversee the trade, oversee the taxation. He kind of runs things here. He's not in charge of the keep. That's the dwarf you've already met. Nor is he in charge of the guards you see dying around you. He, however, is wounded. He's already been bandaged up. He has what looks like at least a near miss of a lightning burn. And he looks a little bit frantic himself as y'all meet him. Anybody want to talk to him? You've kind of gotten yourself ahead of Danica. Danica's trying to pushing past y'all, trying to get to the governor themselves.
Hello, Governor.
Good. More people to help us. We have to fight this dragon. I can't believe it would dare to attack us.
What sort of weaponry do you have to deal with this draconic threat, may I ask?
At his feet, you see what looks like a longbow. That his damaged arm is no longer letting him fire. Take this bow. When it comes back around again, you can shoot it.
Ah, a bow. Anything larger? Ballista.
We will fight and kill it with bows.
That's not gonna work.
I hope you're a good shot. I had advised against it, though. Their scales are tougher than most plate mail you will find.
Danica has pushed past on this narrow over thing. And you see, looking down, by the way, you notice that all the cultists and kobolds, there's lots and lots of them kind of swarming, but they don't seem to be attacking the keep. The keep does seem to be holding them off. They seem to be more intent on looting the town. They really, you see those crates I mentioned last week. They seem to be filling those. You see some wagons at the edge of town that they seem to be taking the crates and putting the loot they're kind of pillaging into those wagons. Let's have somebody roll a perception. Who wants to be perceptive today? Who wants to roll a perception check?
Let's see. Do I have anything?
I
good
can
for
do that.
perception?
I got pretty good perception.
One volunteer is all we need.
All right, we'll have him do it then.
What do your elf eyes see?
That is a 19 plus 3 for 22.
Okay, let's take a look over here. If you see the roll,
Danica's brother.
everybody should be on the Roll20 map. So this is the keep. This is the tower that y'all have been down on the middle floor on. Y'all are upstairs somewhere on this upper area talking with the governor. There's a sally port here that y'all came through. A sally port is kind of like a longer, elongated tunnel that lets you open and shut a gate and protect it at the same time. You do notice, unfortunately, what looks like a couple of cultists carrying a battering ram. And they look like they're moving around to attack the sally port with a battering ram. But the governor doesn't seem to be noticing that. He's more obsessed with now arguing with Danica about their brother Eden. The governor, as you overhear their argument, the governor says that Eden has not been anywhere to be seen, that Eden must be back over here in the bottom right corner where you see my mouse. That's where the temple is. Eden has never been seen during this whole kind of an hour or two attack that the town's been under. No one has seen Eden, or actually many people from Eden's congregation.
They're probably in the temple.
And as you can imagine, Danica is very upset about this information, and storms past you and says, if he cares about me at all, he's going to help me get to this temple. And it doesn't take a perception roll or an insight check to know he's going back down to fight with the Duke some more.
I'm going to go ahead and grab Danica by their arm.
You can.
And say that now might not be the best time to head down there and point over the edge at the battering ram coming up.
Even more dramatic, as you point to the battering ram, you see the winged, gruesome shape of the blue dragon emerging from the smoke, flying low overhead. It rears off a lightning breath on the other side of the keep from you. Let's kill off a D4 plus 1 of the guards. So I will let Squatch, you roll a D4 plus 1 and let me know how many more burned corpses are about to collapse off the wall onto the floor below.
That's 5.
Ooh.
Oh, let me subtract that from the... If we run out of guards, it's going to be a bad thing. Just throwing that out. There's 5 less guards tonight to help you. That was a big blow. Ugh, pain, suffering. Okay, and as the dragon flew low overhead, and this is kind of very interesting for you, Aldrin, that dragon kind of made side eyes at you. Because you are a dragonborn. I mean, you don't look like almost anyone else here. And as you know, Dragonborn and dragons have a kind of a tough history together. It's not. You have now attracted the dragon's attention. I'll say that.
Oh no.
Just by being alive, just by being here, the dragon has now noted your presence. I'll say.
Senpai has noticed you.
seeing that, Aldrin takes a deep breath and he clutches his holy symbol, and he takes a knee and says out loud, "Lord Bahamut, Platinum Dragon, grant me the strength and the knowledge to defeat this chromatic scourge." And then he just closes his eyes for a few seconds and then stands up and sort of puffs out his chest a little more, feeling like his prayer has been heard, even though it probably wasn't.
Oh, contraire, mon frere. The prayer was heard. Roll with advantage, 2d20, so you have advantage. I'll roll a perception check on the dragon.
Ooh. This is fun. I have dice this time, so I get to
Yay!
Don't forget our sponsors.
Elderwood Academy.
Okay. Ooh, that's a nat 19. So you said perception?
Yes.
20.
Okay. Great. So the dragon has kind of a vibe to it. You fought with dragons. You fought against dragons. You've been in wars with dragons. You're dragonborn. You just prayed to Bahamut to help you with this. So I'm going to give this to you. It's a good roll. You don't think the dragon wants to be here. As a matter of fact, you are quite sure the dragon is very reluctantly attacking Greenest. It's, as you notice, even though 5 people died in that last blast, you know how dragons fight. This dragon is very leisurely flying around the town. It could have attacked 3 or 4 times from the last time you saw the dragon attack to this time. You definitely have a vibe that this dragon is not interested that much in what the Cult of the Dragon is doing here in sacking Greenest.
So if we make it more trouble than it's worth, it'll leave.
That's definitely a possibility. And you also speak Draconic, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Just
The prayer was in Draconic.
I would assume so. All right, so Eden is asking you again, Squatch, since you grabbed Eden by the arm, would you come help me?
Danica.
I'm sorry, you're right. Danica, would you come help me find Eden? Please. I beg you, my brother can save us all. What if they're trapped in the church?
Take another swig. That probably beats being here, so I'm all for it.
All right, so Danica drags you by the arm, sort of down the stairs, and what do the rest of you do while you see this and hear this?
But like, I reach out to them and be like, then before going in all hot-headed, what should our plan be? How are we gonna get there? Because there's a bunch of kobolds and cultists running around everywhere. So, and there's this giant blue dragon. So what should our plan be here? I don't want to just run right on in.
That's
all in
sneak on in.
Yeah, as you get to the bottom of the stairs, in more of a safer spot from this reluctant dragon, you guys can have a conversation about this, because you actually bring up a really good point. How do you get out of the keep right now? The doors are sealed. Yeah, they're about to batter them in with the battering ram, but how would you even go to save the brother in the temple?
Well, we should check with the dwarf to see if there's another way out and help protect this door, and then we go find the brother. That seems to be the most efficient way to go about it.
Yeah, real quick question. How far away are those cultists with the battering ram?
Oh, they've made it up to the Sally Port. They're actually going to be trying to break in through the Sally Port now.
They're getting ready to start telling jokes. Knock, knock.
Should we?
That's a good one. No, like how far away, like mechanically, are we from them? For like ranges for weapons and stuff.
You are less than 40 feet right now from where the battering is about to take place.
All right.
Does anyone else know that they're there, aside from like the loud banging, I guess?
Well, they haven't started banging yet. No,
Oh, okay.
no.
So we're the only ones that know, so we should just start alerting everyone else about it. Like, hey, there's people coming in at the sailing port here.
Yeah, where's Engelbert at? Maybe he knows a way that we can, access some arrow slots. Or
I
Uh,
mean, sort of as you say that, uh, without hesitation, Aldrin will just pull out a javelin from his sort of quiver that he has and just huck it at one of the cultists.
well, they're on the other side of the wall from you. It's 40 feet, but the door is still in the sally port. If you want, you can take Escobar and get his attention as he's kind of marshaling forces to protect the keep, and let him know about the sally port and see what his reaction is.
All right.
His reaction is one of panic. If they get through that, we're dead. We've got to protect it. Get in there. Let's protect it. I'll get more guards. You see him kind of hurry
but
off.
are we going to wait till it opens?
Well, I wouldn't know. As a matter of fact, you already hear a crashing noise.
Oh no.
Are there arrow
Kill
slots
yourself,
or
lad.
somewhere we can shoot through?
There's two groups of foes that you see here as the kind of door has been kind of cracked and smashed in at the sally port. There's what looks like an alkalite, about 4 kobolds, and one of them has an ambush drake with them. It's kind of like a 10-foot by 20-foot ready room that they're in. So you guys need to do something about that because now the door is breached.
So is where the sally port is it all grass?
Yes, it's like a dirt grass type. It's well traveled, if that makes sense. This is a normal area. A sally port is like a way to protect a door for a keep.
I need to see what's in an explorer's pack because we might be able to do some improvised, some burnout tactics.
The kobolds and the alkalite are kind of milling about, like they just burst through, and they're kind of like
They burst through. Oh shit!
they're kind of like surprised, like oh, it's like they didn't really. I don't know if they really. You don't get the vibe that they expected to burst through the door so easily, but since nobody saw them doing it, I guess that it was not as hard as they were expecting it to be. But now you have 4 kobolds, an ambush drake, and an acolyte in your face.
Oh, in our face. Shit. Well, I draw my blade.
All right, I'm going to draw my bow.
All right, we're going to do this one with Theater of the Mind. This is in a very small square space, so why don't we roll initiatives?
All right, initiative, my favorite thing ever. Don't fail me now, dice. So 16.
Hey, the good news is that the acolyte and the kobolds rolled a natural 1.
Oh!
So I am actually going to give you surprise this first round. They were so befuddled by what they were doing, they are actually surprised that they're being counterattacked so quickly.
Yeah, so, and that we were a part of the only ones that actually knew they were coming.
Yes,
so we had a heads up.
Escobert the dwarf, he did say that he was going to come back with some help in a moment. But right now you have to deal with the fact the door's broken, there's mobs of kobolds and cultists outside who haven't realized, I guess, that the keep's been breached. But again, it didn't seem like they really wanted to invade the keep. But this little group has. So, what are your initiatives?
I rolled a 16.
All right, let me put everybody in here. 16 for Vivian. Great.
Yep.
All right, who's next?
11 for Sarveros.
And by the way, Danica is still with you. So let me roll some initiative for Danica.
Aldrin rolled a 14.
Rolled, or is that with modifiers?
That's what he's got.
Okay, 14.
His modifier is 0.
Carrick, what was your modifier? What was your roll?
I will have a 19.
Nice.
Dang. You've been killing it on initiative.
Yeah, he has a little cup of coffee.
All right, Carrick, you're in a really small space with 4 kobolds, a cultist, an acolyte, and an ambush drake. Go.
I'm going to. You said it's close quarters, so
yes.
I assume I can do my I'm gonna run up and stab the acolyte with a rapier attack.
All right. The acolyte only has an armor class of 10, so I'm hoping you're hitting.
And with surprise, is that at advantage?
Nope. He's
Oh, okay.
he can't see you attacking him. He can see you. He's just they weren't expecting it.
They basically lose their turn, I think.
They can react.
Condition is.
The only thing they can do is do a reaction. If, for example, you were to move out of their, like they could do an opportunity attack, for example. That's
Oh,
all
okay.
they
Well,
can
that'll
only
be
react.
an 18 to hit.
That is a hit. Yeah.
All right, and 10 damage.
And you hit it with a rapier.
Correct.
So, are you doing an unconscious blow or are you doing a killing blow? We talked about that last
I'm gonna
week.
split him navel to nose if I can.
You may describe that because you have killed this acolyte.
Yeah, we'll talk to the kobolds.
And
And that'll be my turn.
all right, and we are on Vivian.
All right. So, depending on where I am, because like, do we take like a stairs going up, right, and everything? And if I can stand on those stairs and still see the cultist kobold and the Drake, you said?
No, the
No.
Sally Port is like a really small closed-in room that helps
Okay.
protect the keep when the door's opening and closing. It's not
Okay.
like a open area where you could see outside of it.
Okay. Well then, I guess I'm just far back in the back enough so I'll just shoot him with the bow.
You can absolutely shoot him with the bow. Go ahead.
All
Are
right.
you shooting a
cool.
kobold or are you shooting this monster? This is the ambush drake
Oh.
that is with them. It looks a lot tougher than the rest of them.
I'm gonna go ahead and shoot at the ambush Drake.
All right, it has a few more hit points and armor
Yeah.
class.
Might as well go ahead and aim at the big guy.
Do the big guy. That's what I always say.
11 plus 5, so it's 16.
That's a hit.
All right, cool. Thank you, Edward Dice. That'll be a 1d8.
And your damage?
Hold on. Is 6 plus 3, so 9.
9 damage.
9 damage total.
All right. And Danica is going to attack with a sling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, natural 20! A kobold
Shoot.
takes a slingshot to the head and dies like David and the kobold, the famous story from the Bible.
Let's look at those alphas. Nice.
All right. That gives us Uldren, the brave
All right,
dragonborn.
I run up to the assault drake,
You do. It's big and nasty.
sword and shield brandished, and I will bring my blade down on its head.
Good luck.
Natural 1.
That did not happen. You did not bring the blade down on its head. As a
No.
matter of fact, the blade thunk deeply into the earth in front of you, and you're eye to eye with an ambush drake who will attack you on its turn. Sarveos, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to cast Frostbite on the Drake, so I need a Constitution save of 13.
It did not make its saving throw.
Awesome.
So it takes 4 points of cold damage, and it has disadvantage on its next attack.
You're saving Uldren again. We already have a theme. Sarvos saves Uldren. Happens every week. And I'm sorry, what was the damage?
4 cold.
All right. It is definitely... So they only get to make their reactions right now, which there are none. So we're back to the top of the initiative order, and Carrick.
And hey, with him saving me, it's saving himself, because I'm taking all the front line.
That's right. Always keep the tank up. Everybody knows this from playing MMOs. All right. You're up, Carrick.
I think I'll harass the kobolds while they take care of the bigger threat. I'd like to run up and attack one with my rapier.
Roll your rapier.
Mess him up, Battle Bard.
All right, so it's going to be a total of 18.
Woo! Another hit. And this is on a kobold, correct?
I believe so. Yeah, a kobold.
All right. They only have 5 hit points, so Roll well. And that's a kill.
And I got 6. Yay!
You've killed another kobold.
Yeah, and I'll taunt them a little bit, call them, ask them like why the turtles lose their shells and all that fun stuff.
You're such a funny bard. All right, Vivian, you're up. What you
Alright,
gonna do, girl?
how many kobolds and cultists are there?
We're down to 2 kobolds and this nasty ambush drake.
Alright, I want to go ahead and say, yell out, at least keep one of the kobolds alive for interrogation purposes, and I want to go ahead and fire at my longbow at the drake again.
Okay.
Great.
Good luck.
And that is a natural 1.
That is a natural miss.
That is a natural miss. I just shoot the arrow and just not even. I even like just pull it back and I just drop the arrow and I just.
It's actually very embarrassing if you have to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just dropped the arrow, but I just like let go of the string.
The rest of the group is now suddenly wondering what, you're doing. Like, are you any help at all? All right. So Danica has her sling of death.
All right.
You may need to detect magic on this thing. Now she misses.
I'm gonna see if I can switch myself to push a talk.
Okay.
Because
And
family.
sure. Danica is a miss, so Aldrin, you're up.
My turn?
Yes.
You're
face to face with this ambush drake.
I can't use my sword, right?
You can, but you're gonna be at disadvantage this time because you have to like get it out of the ground as half of your attack swing.
I'll get it out of the ground, but instead of attacking this turn, I'm going to sort of just stand there ready for any attack, holding up my shield and switching to a defensive stance and take the dodge action.
The dodge action, nice. That's good. All right, Sarveros, you're back up.
I'm going to cast Firebolt on the Drake. Natural 20.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Do you get to add extra damage on your crit rolls with your spells?
Yep, it's roll double dice, so.
All right.
So that is 8 points of fire damage.
Okay, the ambush drake looks really badly wounded.
Sizzle, sizzle.
Yes. All right, the first thing the ambush drake does, because it's now down to their turn, is to take a big disadvantage bite out of Aldrin.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck. Actually, I'll put it on the Roll20 screen so y'all can see the roll.
Thank you.
First one's a hit, but it's at disadvantage. Second one's a miss. Yay.
Hold my breath there.
Nice job. Now the 2 kobolds with the ambush drake they kind of pick up that heavy battering ram, and they kind of like hoof it out of the Sallyport and back out the keep, back to where their friends are. So you're up, Carrick.
Do we get any attacks of opportunity?
You do for Aldrin and Carrick.
All right, we'll start with an attack of up. Then one of the guys. This will be a non-killing blow, but the rape.
Mine will be the same, a non-lethal. Am I still at disadvantage?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
It's a new turn.
All right, 19 for me.
All right, so you hit 1.
23 for me.
All right, y'all both hit. I need 5 damage. Good luck.
Only 3 for me.
One of them escaped.
I do 9. I just take.
All right, so you do knock a kobold out. You do have unconscious kobold. The other kobold lets go of the battering ram, too weak to carry it by itself, and takes the dash action out. So 1 escaped, 1's unconscious, and you still have an ambush drake. Carrick, so now you get your regular turn.
And I will throw myself to stab at the ambush tree.
Y'all are so heroic. I love it. Because this is really dangerous.
Only an 11.
I mean, this is a hideous-looking creature. All right, that's a miss. Vivian, what are you doing?
Here's hoping I can actually shoot at it again.
Oh, you can. Good luck.
I believe in you.
So 13 plus 5, so 5, 16. So 18, I believe?
18 will kill it. I'm assuming you're not going to try to knock it unconscious considering it's not sentient.
then definitely kill it because we got the kobold.
Yes. Congratulations. Yay, the group. Well done. Well done. Just a little breaking the rust off from being off for a week. Good job, everybody. All right, so you have now a unconscious kobold, and Escobar comes back in and says, "What have you taken to the governor? The governor wants a prisoner and to interrogate. But the rest of you, hold the door! Hold the door! While I get this, wait." Escobar looks around. Wait, can one of you cast a spell to save the door?
An hour ago, certainly.
I don't have anything that can help against the door, but
can one of you cast mending?
Yeah, no.
Oh, well, hold the door. I'm gonna go get I think I know. I think someone has. There's an elf. Yes, there's an elf in triage that has the mending spell. Escobar excitedly hurries away, leaving the four of you with an unconscious kobold. Orders to take him to the governor. Oh, and you have Danica with you, and
I'm gonna go
a
ahead
door
and
that's broken.
I'm gonna use my manacles on the kobold so he can't like use his arms or anything.
That's a good choice. The kobold is unconscious and manacled.
Danica, can you take the prisoner out to the governor?
I want to use the door while it's open and leave and go to the keep. Go from the keep to the chapel and find my brother.
Yes, but if we do, we will run into hordes of combatants.
No, now! While they're confused, Shantae will guide us. So obviously, Danica is not interested in taking the kobold to the governor to be interrogated.
Alright, y'all hold the door. I'll go ahead and drag the kobold to the governor. How's that work?
Alright.
Okay.
Certainly.
So Sally's character, Vivian, drags the kobold up the stairs. Now, what are you three doing while you are alone with this broken door? I'm assuming you look around the room, just to jump in here. There are heavy object like barrel items that seem to be along the walls.
I would like to push those up against the door.
Yeah, start fortifying the.
Well, the door's pretty the door's pretty busted, but you can definitely do that, and it gives you something to fight behind because a guard, 3 cultists, and 4 more kobolds come up to the broken door, trying to poke you with spears and stuff like that through the door. So let's roll a new initiative.
Alrighty. Wave 2. Ooh, worse.
Much worse.
Alright, so this time around the bad guys have a 16. Or are you the bad guys? It's a philosophical debate. But no, the bad guys have a 16. Where are you guys at?
Carrick has a 7 this time.
Carrick has a 7. Alright.
Aldrin has a 12.
And Vivian is not in this encounter. Aldrin has
Cerberus
a 12.
also has a 12.
Cerberus has a 12. Which one of you had a higher natural roll? I'll put you first.
Mine was a 12.
Okay.
Mine was a 10 plus.
Okay, I'll put Aldrin ahead of you then.
That does.
Yeah. All right. And then the Alkalites, the bad guys, have a 16, but they'll go after Danica. Danica goes again with her sling of death and gets a miss. All right. So we have a lot to fight here. We have a guard who's actually going to take a shove action against the barrels and try to open the doorway more. So let's try that first. Let me make a
miss.
Well, Aldrin, I'm going to have you contest it. So
Ooh.
why don't you roll with your strength bonus against him with his strength bonus, and he gets a +1.
Is this an athletics check or just a strength check?
Just a pure, he's pushing barrels against you, you're pushing barrels back. He only got a 5.
Natural 20.
Okay. He not only does not push the barrels, but you push back at him so hard that it causes him to be prone for the beginning of his next turn. Well done. Yep. All right, but we still have some other. So you have 4 kobolds who have javelins. I think they have javelins. Let me double check that. Can't remember.
They have slings.
Slings. I think they're slings. Yeah. They are slings. So you're getting 4. We'll get 2 on Uldren and 1 on each of you. So let me roll these. Uldren, here comes yours. The first one is a miss. The second one is a miss.
Yeah.
Yay. Cerveros, here comes yours. A miss. Wow. Am I rolling D2s or D20s? And then Tarek, you also are missed.
Woo!
So that was a nice, easy
Ooh.
walk in the park because of these
Nice
dice
one.
rolls. That leaves the 3 cultists. They're a little nastier looking dudes, aren't they? So let's see what they're going to do. They have scimitars, but they also can't reach. That's melee range only. So we're going to have the 3 cultists, though, working together. They do push opening a barrel, and they will be able to move through and attack now. But moving the barrels did give you a lot of protection on this first round of combat. All right, Uldren, now you're up. The barrels have been pushed aside. You have 3 kobolds, a guard, and 3 cultists, 4 kobolds, and a guard.
A guard?
It's a guard. That's what they say. And I'm playing the hardcover as written. Rules as written. It looks like a guard. Remember, they hire mercenaries. The Cult of the Dragon does hire mercenaries.
Gotcha.
Who isn't actually
he's
a cultist.
prone?
Yes, he is prone.
Then I'm going to skewer his head while he is prone.
I will give you advantage on the roll.
With advantage, it's a 16?
That's a hit.
Ooh. That is 9 points of slashing damage.
That does not kill him, but it's a massive wound. Massive wound.
And I prepare myself for the onslaught.
Okay. All right, Sarveros, you're up.
Said the guard is prone, or is it one of the cultists?
It's the guard that tried to push the barrels, lost the strength contested check, and fell to the ground in embarrassment, and he is now almost dead already.
I guess I'll cast Frostbite in case he doesn't die, so I need a con save.
We can do that. He fails his con save, which I'm sure kills him.
3 cold damage.
That's enough. He only had 2 hit points left. So
Hey.
the guard is
Nice.
dead. I'm assuming a death blow, or did y'all want to knock him out?
Can't knock out with magic. It's always lethal.
Okay. Death it is. So that brings us to Carrick. Let's go, Tribeard. Make your clan proud.
I'm gonna do a bard thing.
Oh, that's so
But I'm gonna
not
do a bard
making
thing.
your clan proud right now. That's like the
I'm
opposite.
gonna run over and pick up Drake, like put my hand in his mouth and pick his head up, and I'm gonna try to intimidate the cultists and the kobolds.
Okay, that's not bad. I like it. All right.
All
so
right, you fork-tongued bastards! If you don't want to end up like this guy, you scurry on out.
I'm going to give you advantage on that for such a wonderful attempt. So roll with advantage on intimidation.
Get it?
Oh!
Oh.
Oh, that's not so good. That's not so good.
No, it looked better.
It
on
looked
the
better
screen.
on the
That's
screen.
Gonna be a,
Yes.
it's gonna be a 12 either way.
Yeah, so I'll give them a contested against, I'll do a wisdom check. So for the cultists, that's a bonus of 0. So
Yikes.
1 makes it. 1 fails it.
Ooh.
Another fails it.
Yes.
And the kobolds, I think their wisdom's pretty bad. There's one that fails it. I think they get a negative. Let me check. They get a -2, so that one fails it.
Yes.
Yeah, they are very intimidated. Failed it. Man. And failed it. Okay. So they all,
Yeah,
looking in
Just a good
fear at this dwarf holding up the head of this beast, and they run in fear. And the one that wasn't scared sees all of his comrades leave, and he's peer pressured out. So they all flee with dash actions away. Well done,
That is
Bard.
awesome.
That is
Take
a
that back to your blue dragon.
that is a classic story that'll be retold for ages. How Carrick, the dwarf of the Tribeard clan, scared away a horde of monsters with a dead beast's head.
At least 20 of them, I tell you.
Yeah. So now, Vivian, we have another thing to do. You get upstairs with the governor's. What is happening at the Sally Port? I don't understand. What is happening at the Sally Port?
All right, so my group is taking care of a bunch of guys that are just coming in and out. We need to find a way to go ahead and get that thing covered up, closed, and everything. And by the way, we got a prisoner right here from one of the enemies that came in, a kobold here. Maybe we can get some information out of them and figure out what is the cause of all of this. Why are they doing?
The kobold looks terrified. Two of the governor's guards step up to start roughing him up. What do you want to do, if anything, in this, Vivian? Do you want to participate in the interrogation?
I'll go ahead and observe, and I'll put my piece in when as I deem fit.
So, as you hear them interrogate the kobold, you basically gain 3 pieces of information. One, you already knew, obviously. Actually, 2 of these you already knew. And you almost roll an insight check, actually.
Good thing I'm proficient in insight. Let's see here. That is a natural 1.
Okay, you believe the kobold's telling you everything the kobold knows. The kobold tells you that they're working for the Cult of the Dragon, and that they're here in Greenest to loot. So far, so good. One piece of information, though, that sounds new to you, the kobold mentions that they're working for the Dragon Lady. The Dragon Lady. That's all you get out of the kobold, who seems terrified, as he's actually accidentally beaten to death, like a Baltimore cop with a prisoner.
Yikes.
Hey, what the hell are you guys doing? We need more information from him. I just yell at the guards who are just bastardly beating him and everything.
Alright, hold on. I think I accidentally hit the stream off button. Let me check. Oh no, we're still going. Good. Okay, sorry about that. I have a little button pad, and if I don't look carefully, all kinds of crazy can happen. Alright, so back to so the guards, they don't really seem to care, because that slow-moving dragon that doesn't seem to do much but attack every so often comes low and is going to lightning again into the keep. You see it turning its head quite a bit, like it's looking for something or somebody. Doesn't see anything interesting. And roll a d4 plus 1 for me, Vivian, for how many new guards are killed by the dragon flying over.
Alright, I'm switching dice for this one too. D4 plus 1?
Yes.
Alright, that's another 5. I shouldn't have switched dice.
Oh, this is going to be a grim night for y'all if y'all keep killing off so many guards. So 5 more of the governor's guards are killed by the lightning strike that comes down from the clouds as the seared smell of flesh fills your nostrils. And are you returning to your comrades?
After I take my manacles back, yes.
Yes, you can take your manacles off the dead kobold, who they throw over the edge as you go back down. Okay, so the spell casting elf, who's apparently there's a high elf in the town that has the mending cantrip, shows up and does repair the door. In the confusion, you've noticed now for the first time that Danica has slipped through the door and has left your sight. Danica has left the keep. Oh, one more thing. As you were leaving from the governor said that he wants more prisoners. This is what we need. I need mercenaries. I need cultists. Any of them, the acolytes. Bring me more to interrogate. I want to find out who this dragon lady is.
What's the pay?
Well, that was actually something that happened between the governor and Vivian. But you do get the sense that you could get paid for your help tonight, as darkness has fallen and the war for Greenest, so to speak, continues.
Well, I don't want to leave Danica.
Yeah, she's been a great help. I mean, perhaps her brother is also the means to the end of it, since he seems more capable than the lot we have.
Oh, I lost your audio for a moment. If you want
Oh,
to say that
sorry, I
last
might have
part
let
again,
go
Burn.
earlier. Well, I said basically he seems more helpful just from stories than what we have here. Should we chase the dream?
So you have options. The Sally Port has been closed up now, though. So that Escapard is like, there's no way I'm letting y'all out here. This isn't the way to get out of here. If you even
Where
want
can
to
we
get
go?
out. I think you should stay. Don't go. But if you must, you could take the old tunnel.
Well, that would have been helpful before.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you get the sense that Escobar isn't really keen on anyone leaving the keep. His seems like he only cares about protecting the keep. The governor, though, and him definitely seem to be at odds because the governor wants counterattacks. He wants you to go out and get prisoners. There's definitely this tension between the person in charge of the military here in Greenest and the political leader.
Well, we can at least
Um,
look at the tunnel before we make a decision.
So the
yes. Also, do we have? I'd hate to say it, spears or any other things from the fallen.
Yes, there are all kinds of assorted, battered weapons. They wouldn't be weapons you could use long term, but tonight in the middle of this battle, you'd be fine using javelins or bows, anything, any kind of like typical weapons like that you want to use.
Get your men and go by the sally ports. Should they try to re-enter, set up spears and plant javelins in the ground so that when they break through and enter, they will impale their feet or their chests on the spears waiting for them on the other side.
That's a wonderful idea. We'll do it right away.
Fantastic. Now, where's this tunnel?
So a narrow tunnel runs from the cellar beneath that tower. There was a cellar beneath the triage room. It runs southeast of the keep. Let me put a picture up for you of this. It runs southeast and comes out only like 50 to 100 feet away. Oh, here we go. Here's the map. All right. Y'all can see this map of Greenest. Um, so here's the keep where you are. The tunnel comes this way and comes out near this river, kind of in this area here. Is kind of how Escobar the dwarf describes it to you.
Where is the church?
Okay, the church
Temple.
is the temple is far to the southeast here. So the tunnel comes out here, and this is the temple where you suspect your friend Danica has fled to or has gone in search of their brother.
Can you ping that? So like click and hold in.
I can't because this is a picture, it's not on the D&D Roll20 app.
Oh.
I'm just showing
it's
y'all
on
pictures.
Roll20.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but my mouse is kind of moving
Oh,
around.
so we'd be exiting and getting closer to it.
Yes, you would exit here and you would come out here.
Fantastic. I say that's our best bet to go retrieve Danica and her brother. Their brother.
I would have to agree on that as well.
That seems like
As
the
long as
best
we're all in
course.
agreement.
So,
Aye.
Escobar begs with you one more time not to leave.
I'm sorry, but no good soldier is left behind. And besides, if their brother is as powerful as they boast, then they will be more help than even me or any of us.
So, with that reluctance, he does pull a key off his keychain that you see him carrying. The tunnel has two doors, he explains. So you have to use the key twice. There's a lock at the beginning of the tunnel where the cellar door is. You have to clear some stuff out of the way too. This is an old tunnel. It hasn't been used you would think years looking at it. And he also tells you that the stream exit is covered with a locked iron grate made to look like a sewer outlet. That's how it's kept as a secret passageway into the keep. And he begs with you not to let the kobolds or the cultists know about your exiting, but to be in the middle of the night in the dark. So that would help you as you try to sneak out the other end of the tunnel. The tunnel's main function, it appears as you look down, you got to clear out the cellar door, The lock is stiff, but it opens with the key. And you notice there's a disused tunnel choked with webs, but is otherwise clear, like spider webs, not like giant spider webs. I mean just like webs, like you would expect an underground tunnel. There's definitely though a loud chittering sound, like vermin or rodents of some variety. As a matter of fact, you're not surprised because that all of the fire and the burning going on in the city, you still have that smell, that odor of the smoke has definitely worked up this kind of the rats of the sewer tunnels underneath here, and you definitely see in the darkness ahead of you what looks like at least one, if not two, swarms of rats ahead.
I will pull out a torch and strike it, light it up, and progress forward, sort of like gesturing down at the rats, trying to like disperse them with the flames.
These rats?
They look like normal rats oh, they do not look like normal rats.
Well, their eyes are
Yikes.
glowing because of your torch, not because they're somehow. Anyway,
That'd be
well,
so
let's
creepy, man.
let's roll initiative. Let's at least let the rats have a turn at fighting y'all. Why not?
Oh, shit.
And who's in the front? They only rolled a 10.
I would say me because I was walking up to.
That's right, with the torches.
Oh shoot! Nice.
Waste.
Hey, good roll then.
Okay, so definitely gonna put Carrick first. It's a 20. The rats only have a 10. I'll use Danica for that on this page.
Beans.
Aldrin, what do you have?
I got me an 18.
And Vivian and Sarveros?
I got 20.
21.
I got a 5.
Okay, so you're bringing up the rear.
Yep.
Okay, Vivian, you see what looks like a nasty swarm of rats kind of urge or push forward towards Aldrin. What do you do?
Okay, well, okay, So what should I do? What should I do? And if I were to use, like, let's say, firebolt, like, what's the room like inside there? Like,
It is a narrow tunnel that is kind of crowded with what looks like trash items or like branches. It's just a sewer tunnel that is small, and it's barely 5 to 6 feet. Circumference of the whole thing. It's not large.
Very flammable looking stuff.
What? I'm sorry.
Very flammable looking items around. Like,
No, everything's
let's
wet.
say-
Everything's wet.
Okay, so then I think I should be safe using at least a firebolt on those rats then.
Yes. Why not? Go for it. Good luck.
What is up with me today? I got a 1.
Dang, girl. Okay. You firebolt right through the rats, and you hear it just disappear. And it makes an unusually loud noise at the end of the tunnel.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think you got cut out for a moment.
It makes an unusually loud noise at the end of the tunnel.
Ooh. What is up with me today?
All right. Carrick, you just saw that another embarrassment from your comrade Vivian. What are you doing?
You said there's 2 swarms?
There is. One attacking you, one ignoring you. Further down the tunnel.
The attacking one, I'd like to cast Vicious Mockery on them. Just be like, get out of here, you little fuck.
Can you Vicious Mockery a non-sentient creature like a swarm of rats?
I don't know. I'll double check.
I think it just says a creature.
Because this is a lot of creatures, but they act together, so...
one of those rats is really going to have a headache.
Only says in the language that deafened creatures are unaffected.
They
target
have...
of one creature.
The swarm of rats have immunity to charm, frighten, petrified, restrained, or stunned. So, would any of that, the charmed or frightened part, affect your spell?
Let's see. You whisper a discordant melody that only one creature. Oh, it's a swarm, so I think maybe the one creature thing would protect it. Never mind. I'm gonna run up and stab it with my rapier.
Stab the swarm of rats.
Skewer a few rats with
Skewer.
your rapier.
You hit.
13.
Yes.
All right, here comes some damage.
Mess them up.
7.
Okay, that's a big lick. A lot of rat. As a matter of fact, you pull your rapier back. There's at least 5 rats now impaled on your rapier. It's really gross and disgusting. And you thought the smell of the bodies was bad. It's actually worse down here with these rats. This is the worst thing you smelled since you had that incident with that prostitute back in Baldur's Gate. Okay, so we are on the rats, who are going to go for the bard, who just, they saw 5 of their,
They went before me?
yes, I
I
have,
had an 18 then.
I didn't move this. Doop, fixed it. Okay, Aldrin, you're up.
Alright, I will join my dwarven friend and strike the rats.
More rat kebabs.
Jesus, nat one! What the hell?
Alright, another miss.
This is not a good night.
Nah, dude.
And then the rats counterattack. Since you rolled a 1, they're going to counterattack on you. So they will swarm you. You're swarmed with tiny rats.
Understandable.
And that doesn't do anything, but it feels really gross and icky as you feel all these tiny little fingers and toes of the rats come over you. Alright. We're on Sarveros. You've seen the embarrassment of your friends. Are you going to help them?
I'm gonna cast Firebolt on one of the swarms.
Yes.
10 to hit.
That is their armor class. So yes.
Oh, do what I have failed to do.
6 points of fire damage.
Alright. 6 points of fire damage. And let's see, they took 3 from Carrick, and now you said how much?
6.
6. So we're down to 15 hit points on this swarm, and we're back to Vivian.
Yay!
Do
Let's hope
something
I
useful.
don't mess up. Yeah, right.
Higher than a 2.
Okay, well, definitely, that's gonna make it.
What did you roll? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
13.
Okay, you've hit the swarm of rats with what?
The firebolt.
Okay, roll your damage. And be ready, Carrick, you're up.
1.
1 plus what?
That's it. Just solid 1. I don't have any bonuses for it.
Okay, well done. Slow clap. Carrick, help us out.
I'm still learning how to use this.
Apparently.
Who's being swarmed by the rats? Is that...
Aldrin is covered up in rats.
He's wearing plate mail. I'm gonna try to jab some rats off of him with my rapier.
Jab some rats. More rat kebabs.
Yes, more rats.
Miss.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 9.
A 9 after bonuses?
Yes, 9 after bonus.
Okay. This time the rats have figured out your kebab trick and are not so keen on being kebabbed. Aldrin, you have rats all over your lower legs. It's really disgusting. What are you going to do about it?
Cut them, hopefully.
Just take a big swing at some rats?
Oh, thank God, 21.
Yes! You cut through a swarm of rats.
Oh, shoot. That's 11 points of slashing damage.
Alright, so they take 5 damage.
Mm,
Yeah, they have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
interesting.
Okay, the rats are going to swarm back at you again, Tank. What are your hit points down to?
9.
Okay. And once again, even through your plate armor and the little cracks, you feel their little feet and arms and their little nostrils, their little noses. But no, the swarm of rats are just biting the fire out of your plate armor and it's doing no damage to you. But you are going to have to get your armor kind of refurbished, or it's going to look really gross after this with all the little
It's
scratches.
chain, but
I thought you had plate. Okay.
There's like chunk of teeth in there and everything.
One of the things I was taught was how to keep my armor nice and clean. You have to look good as a paladin.
Charisma is important for a paladin. Okay. All right, we're back to Sarveros. Only one doing any real damage.
Another firebolt. 21
That's a hit.
for 10 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Nice.
What is left of this rat swarm dissipates, leaving you with another set of rats who see the fire and they start streaming out where the tunnel comes out through that grate, leaving you alone in the tunnel with the grate. However, there's a little bit of bad news. The firebolt that missed earlier and hit the grate has destroyed the lock mechanism, but not in a good way for you guys. Now there's nowhere for the key to go into the lock mechanism of the exit grate. So, how are y'all going to get this open?
Can I use a javelin to try to give myself some leverage to pry it open?
You
I
can.
have a crowbar for that, I believe.
If you want to offer him help, I'll give him advantage on this DC check. I need a strength.
I'll help him with the crowbar.
All right.
That's the least I can do.
All right. You get a DC 15 strength check with advantage.
Just strength?
Yep.
All right, come on. Big money, no whammies. Oh, 18.
That's it. All right.
Plus
So the disgusting grate of sewer that's been exposed for years and neglected for years, that's been damaged by an errant spell cast, kind of slowly, carefully, y'all could creak it open. And I say carefully because I'm assuming, because we talked about this, that you're trying to also be a little stealthy from all the kobolds and cultists looting the town here overnight. And it is now pitch black. The only occasional light you get is a little bit of starlight, a little bit of moonlight, not much. But you do get a flash occasionally as another bolt of lightning from the dragon hits the keep.
I'm going to whisper to my friends. Can any of you see in the dark?
I think we all can.
Great.
Of course.
Can one of you help me? I can't see anything.
I guess you can hold on to my cape.
All right. I grab the cape.
That's dignified.
I'm not afraid to ask for help.
Oh no, I appreciate it.
Well, so what's the marching order? If you want to look at your Roll20 screen, you've actually stumbled right into a not an ambush, but a big group of the cultists and kobolds who actually did hear the door grate noise and were kind of like curious as to where that noise was coming from. So why don't y'all arrange yourselves, and I will be right back when y'all do that.
Damn!
I'm not in the front this time, I don't think, because I was holding on to...
Yeah, plus it probably wouldn't be good since you can't see.
Yeah,
If you had great
I have to refresh my row 20.
I'm also going to refresh. Refresh?
Oh, there it is. I didn't see anything.
Oh, there we are. What's your character's name again, lady?
Vivian?
Vivian. Okay, I thought it was. I just didn't want to assume. Yeah, so I guess I'd be behind Vivian right now.
Yeah, that seems about right.
I wouldn't mind being towards the front because
I can't see in the dark, so I don't imagine this combat's gonna be very fun.
All back. All right, so this is how y'all want to introduce yourselves to these cultists and kobolds. Good. All right,
Yep.
let's roll new initiatives. There's a lot of combat in this campaign beginning. Good for y'all. The kobolds and cultists are gonna act last.
Holy moly!
I know that's another 20, man. That's great.
Dude,
That's more 20s than I've rolled while I've been playing D&D.
Can I have
Uncanny.
some of that luck over here at least?
Maybe roll on roll 20 and you'll get some better luck.
I paid
So-
off the devs.
I need some numbers. So Vivian, what's your... Oh, 15, you put it in chat?
15.
Okay, I got it now. I see it. Okay. So I want to read y'all the rules written on this so y'all understand what's going to happen. Is this everybody? Sarveros, what'd you get?
12.
Alright. Does everybody's
5.
numbers look right? Holdren's got a 5. Okay. Alright, so the rule is written on this is that a group of cultists is searching the stream bank, that's the stream bank, for hiding townsfolk when the characters emerge from the tunnel. If the grate had to be broken open with a strength check, the raiders hear the noise and find cover. They wait for the characters to exit the tunnel, then gain a surprise round. Now, fortunately for you, they rolled a 1 for their initiative. So your whole first round is being surprised until they get to act. So it's really not that bad as it could have been. So they actually are going first. All y'all would get is reactions. There's no reactions to take. So let me get some cultists going here. So you are being swarmed by cultists. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 attacks. Oh wait, Danica's not here. I'm sorry. Let me come a little to the right so everybody in the stream can see this better. There.
Is he taking... Where was he? Okay. Oh man, I'm so far away. Well, I guess they'll be coming. Yeah.
And then the rest are going to have to dash. For the cultists at least. But the kobolds are wised up and they're going to move up and use slings. They're going to flank y'all like this. And this way down the riverbank. So this is going to be bloody, but let's do it. So
This is gonna suck.
Carrick, you're getting a lot of love here, brother. Here we go. The first cultist
Just
with
got
his...
hit as well.
Ouch. 1 hit. What are your hit points at before we start this
I have
massacre?
8 out of 12.
Okay, well you just took 4 from the cultist. The kobold in melee range with you gets advantage because he's with his allies. First one's... What's your armor class? Only 12?
It's only 12.
Oh, then it's already hit anyway. I can go to straight through the damage. And you take, I think it's 4, which might make you unconscious. Yes, you take...
There
you take
is a
4.
down dwarf.
Okay, so the dwarf is at 0 and is down. Alright.
Oh no.
Yep. One of the kobolds had already slung his sling at you, and fortunately he missed, or you would get an additional. The other kobolds were attacking, I guess that's Vivian. You're getting 2 slings. One's a 13. That's not enough to hit you, is it?
No.
Oh, it's +4 though. What's your armor class?
16.
Alright, take 4 damage. I'll put the +4 on here from now on. And 15, so you take 8 damage total. The other 2 kobolds on the bottom, one's going for Uldren, one's going for Sarveros. And I think there might be disadvantage
Wait,
here.
you said I took 8 damage total?
Yes.
Oh, I'm down.
You're down also? You only had 8 hit points?
But wait a second.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't Vivian, isn't your AC 16?
Yeah, it's 16.
Then the 15 wouldn't have hit.
Ah,
Okay, cool.
great. So you only took 4 damage. Much better.
Woo.
Much better. Alright, so the 1 roll on Uldren. It's +4. I forgot I'd added the +4 into the roll.
Shoot.
So Uldren, you take 4. Are you down?
No.
And a miss on Sarveros.
Yep.
You might want to start running, sorry.
Okay, so we're back to the top of the lineup, and Carrick, you are unconscious, so make a death saving throw. Good luck.
Whew.
You got this, buddy.
Yay!
Hey, success. Success.
1 successful saving throw. Alright, Vivian, you took a big lick from that kobold. What are you going to do?
Does Potion of Healing take an action or a bonus action?
Let's just look at that.
I think it's a bonus action.
I'm pretty sure it's an action,
Yeah, I think it
unfortunately.
is.
I think it's an action to take it out and bonus action to take it.
Oh man, then you know what? I'm gonna have to go ahead and just, I guess, tank this for a bit because I'm gonna have to take my potion of healing, which is
Good call.
2d4 plus 2 because I'm down to 3.
Just move away. I'm gonna be doing AC soaking this turn.
Okay. You can still move.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna suggest. Vivian just moves backwards.
All right. Are you moved the way you want to move on the roll 20?
All right, so I gained like 9 hit points back. Yep. So I believe that puts me back.
At least you got 9 hit points back. That's great.
Yeah, that puts me back up to full, and
Good.
I'm gonna see if I can try to move myself back a bit. Or actually, I was thinking of probably just going up head to head with one of them. Since you're also close by for a tank, but you can't really see well. But can you at least see the enemy in front of you?
Yes.
Okay.
There's enough.
Okay.
It's enough light for you to see what's going on up close.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. So he's not totally blind. So please let go of
Yeah.
my cape, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a. Well, they're not within 5 feet of me, so I guess I can make a retreat
Yeah, you
without
can just
triggering
run.
an
Yes.
opportunity attack.
There's been no opportunity attack. You are hit by a
All right,
range
so I'm gonna go
attack.
ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my way back 5, 10, about 15 points here.
That's good. Okay. All right, Cerveros, you're up. There's a lot of bad guys and not a lot of dwarfs with you anymore.
I'd ice these kobolds.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and, I guess on the cultist ice ping, I'm going to go ahead and cast Frostbite, so I need a con save.
He fails it.
5 points of cold damage and disadvantage on his next attack.
Good. That will definitely help y'all. So 5
Yeah, I'm
points
gonna
of
move
damage
back
leaves
here.
him at 4. Okay. Good move. All right, Aldrin, you're up.
Do I attack or dodge?
So one has disadvantage anyway.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna try to kill the kobold that's in front of Carrick.
Good.
All I can do, really. 15?
Hit.
9 damage.
Dead.
Nice.
I assume we're not trying to take any prisoners right now.
No.
Okay. All right, good. That's everybody. So we're on the cultist again. The wounded cultist flees. And these kobolds come up.
The wounded one was right here.
Oh. Sarveros, you wounded the one in the middle?
Correct.
Ah, I misunderstood. So it looks like this. Okay. So this cultist flees, giving you an attack of opportunity, Aldrin.
Oh, I'll take that. 15 to hit.
All right, and damage.
7.
All right, dead. And he should have disengaged.
Fantastic.
But the bad news is that these kobolds are closing in. This cultist is chasing Sarveros.
I definitely think I'm down from these kobolds. They roll decently.
Yeah.
If I ever needed a 20, it's now.
All right. So this kobold is going to shoot at Vivian with his sling. Hit.
Jeez.
Come on.
So 4 damage. The first kobold on Aldrin missed.
Thank God.
The second one missed. The third one hit. So that's 4. And the last one, are you down?
No.
Missed. And then The cultist on Severos. Sorry, I gotta work on that name. What's your armor class?
15.
Missed.
Actually, you should roll 1, 2, 4, 2 more times because they have advantage because of pack tactics.
For
The
which?
kobolds.
Yeah, but they don't have pack tactics on this fight for reasons that you don't know right now, but you will know in the future.
Okay, cool.
All right, next. We're
It's
back
me,
to
right?
Carrick. Yes.
Here we go.
Come on.
Good luck. Oh,
Damn.
Fail.
one fail save.
Fail.
You're 2 away from death. Dun dun dun. All right,
Bro.
I
Vivian.
really like how it looks on D&D Beyond, though. I got a little red light green.
Here, let me
It's
move
pretty
the
good.
map. Oh, y'all are on the edge of the map. So, Vivian, you're up.
All right. So who was the guy that shot at me?
Was this one on the bottom that's highlighted? This one?
Okay. In retaliation from being hit by him, I want to go ahead and hit him back with my longbow.
Be a very good maneuver if you hit.
That is gonna hit. That was an 18 plus 5.
Let's
Good
go.
luck on your damage roll.
Was it 2 plus 3? So 5.
5 to death.
Yes.
One less kobold. Nice.
Good.
Thank you.
Sarveros. Save us.
I guess I'll cast Frostbite on this other cultist.
They're getting chilly.
Aldrin, you're up. Be ready.
So con save?
Oh, you're asking me to do something. I was like, what's taking
Yep.
you so long? He failed it.
1 point of cold damage, but he has disadvantage for his next attack, so.
That is good. All right. Aldrin, you have a swarm of kobolds over you and your dying friend. Do something heroic.
Yeah. Only thing I got really is my sword. But that's all I need to take off the heads of one of those kobolds with a natural 19
Hey.
with 10 points of slashing damage.
Which head did you remove?
The one in the middle.
Boom. Good job. All right. So this cultist is wounded, so he leaves.
Okay, bye.
This kobold steps up on Sarveros. This kobold steps past you, Aldrin, but not out of combat, and then attacks you from the backside. So he's gonna get advantage.
Fair.
All right. So
And this one goes to the market.
yeah, Sarveros, you were missed, and the kobold in front of you missed, Aldrin, and now the one with advantage misses and hits. Take 4 damage in the backside. Are you down?
Yeah.
All right. So we have 2 unconscious characters, but only 3 kobolds left. So we're back to Vivian.
This is bad. This is very, very bad. I'm gonna go aim at the guy that was right behind Aldrin. So,
Yes. The one behind Aldrin.
that was a 19 plus 5.
That's a hit.
So that's gonna hit. And damn it, please, Bahamut here. We prayed to you earlier. That is a 7 plus 3, so
That's a death.
10. That's a 10. So
You
yeah.
kill the kobold. Yay. All right, Sarveros, you're up. It's looking grim. It's you and 2 kobolds.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the disengage action and 20 move up there.
Okay. Carrick, I need you to make a death saving throw. And I'll need one from
Here goes.
Aldrin also.
You got it.
Yay! Burn got a...
2
Burn did good. So you have 2 good ones, Burn.
That'll be a natural 1.
All right. You got-
Oh.
I see that I got a 3. That's the second failure.
Oh, I had it backwards. I thought the 1 through 10 was good. Okay. So 2 failures for Burn and 2 failures for Aldrin.
Episode 2, everybody.
All right.
We're frontline together. Tie together.
Okay, so this kobold... How many hit points do you have, Sarveros?
8.
And how many do you have, Vivian?
7.
Alright, so this one will come up and actually can just sling you from here. Here, we'll do a sling at Sarveros. And misses badly. Alright, Vivian, and you're taking a little melee attack. And also misses. Alright, so we're back to Carrick. Your last death saving throw.
I've rolled 3 now.
Well, hopefully not the last one. Come on, I need a success.
Hey, come on, man.
Oh.
Just roll a 20.
Come on.
Hey!
It's already...
That is as close to death as you can get. You
I
rolled
am
a
2-2.
10. Woo! Alright, we're on Vivian.
Oof.
All right. It takes a turn or an action to even draw out my other weapons, right?
Nope, you can change weapons.
Then I want to bring out my 2 short swords,
Do it.
and I guess I can attack twice, basically, with 2 weapon fighting.
Roll your
Yeah,
d20.
So,
Yeah, you just don't add your modifier on the second attack.
I thought I don't add my modifier to the damage.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the
sorry.
damage of the
Not
second
the
attack.
damage.
Yeah. So first attack is a 15 plus 5, so it's a 20.
Wow.
And the second attack is gonna be a 17 plus 5, so that's gonna be a 22.
Alright, roll 2 damage rolls.
And I believe that is 1d6 plus 3 for the first one. So where's my?
Roll 2.
That is a 5 plus 3.
Yes.
So 5, 6, 7, 8.
You've killed the
Alright.
kobold. And the last kobold, Sarveros.
I will cast Firebolt.
I'm sorry. It's like, can I guess to throw my other sword for the attack?
Sure.
Alright. Do I have to make a dex throw?
I think
No,
this
just
is
an attack
cancelled.
roll.
Oh, just an attack roll? That is the 11 plus 5 to hit.
You hit.
Alright. And I guess I'll just do the normal 1d6, and that is 4.
That's not enough to kill it. You're up, Sarveros.
Okay, I rolled a 21 to hit for Firebolt
Get him.
and 10 points of fire damage.
You've killed the kobolds.
Explode.
Oh, thank God. And I want to go ahead and at least retrieve that other sword I threw at him.
Do you want to do that or stabilize your comrades?
Can I stabilize him? How would I stabilize?
I'm gonna go take, because I know that Carrick has a potion. I'm gonna take it off his body and give it to him.
And don't you?
You know,
Right.
yeah, I guess, because I think, Aldrin also has one, I believe.
Aldrin took his,
Aldrin already
unfortunately.
drank
Oh.
his. But but do you have? I think you still have one, don't you, Sarveros?
I don't take.
Yeah.
So you could give yours to Aldrin, and Sally can take Carrick's off of him and give it to him.
All right, we'll just switch.
Is that
and do
okay?
Just about that. That seems good with me. But unless
I mean, I could do that, or I could take Carrick's and give it to him.
Well, if you do, Aldrin's gonna have to make a death saving throw and has 2 death savings already, so he'll have a 50% chance of dying, or you have a
Oh, so he had
100%
2?
chance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had a 1, so that's 2.
I respect holding on to your healing potion, though.
No, I'll go ahead and give it to Aldrin then.
All right, and I'll go ahead and take the one from Carrick and give it to him.
Okay,
Very much
so we
so.
burned through our healing potions, but y'all are not dead. So there's the bright
7
side.
health.
There's the bright side. Yay! All right, so looking at, let me pull up the picture of Greenest. We're going to.
I got 7 HP.
So y'all are here, southeast of the keep, and there's a wooded area and a stream heading towards the temple. There's also a road, or you can go back in the tunnel that you've pried open now.
Got this far.
Might as well keep going, but
Wait.
first I need to grab that sword.
Can we follow
You can.
the brush by the stream to get to the wall and then hop over the wall to the temple?
That would probably actually be the smartest thing to do. Yes.
Awesome. I'd like to do that if possible.
I'm a little less enthusiastic about fighting kobolds at the moment, so let's follow the stream.
I agree.
The less fights, the better.
I grab onto Vivian's cape again because I'm now again blind.
In the wooded area, make a perception check. Whoever's leading the group.
Who is
no.
leading?
I say the elf.
Me or
Which one?
the other one?
I didn't specify. Either elf is fine.
Yeah, I'll go. So perception, you said?
Yes.
And that is 20, not a unnatural 20.
Ah, you see your friend Danica hiding in the woods ahead of you on the wrong side of the wall like you are. I will pull this up. Give me 1 second to pull this up on Roll20 for y'all. Here, I will put all of y'all in here, and I'll open the map up where you can see it.
Mayhaps we need to borrow one of those battering rams to make it in.
Well, the wall's not hard to climb.
I was gonna say we could
Says
probably just
everyone
scale
but the
wall.
dwarf.
Less noise, the better.
I will boost you up, friend.
I was joking.
I'm trying to make it so you can see what you can see here. Okay, there we go. Let me move y'all onto the Roll20. Everybody take a look-see. The audience at home can see stuff y'all can't see, but there is a lot you can hear. There's a lot you can hear. You hear a lot of action inside the walls of the temple. You hear what sounds like many cultists and kobolds all milling about outside the temple. But you do not hear any signs of townspeople or anything like that in Greenest.
Over we go, I guess.
But wait,
Nice.
should we see if we can even go around and see if there's like another opening, maybe? Somewhere that seems like less noise.
Danica is giving you the shh. Come sit with me. Come sit with me.
I like crouch walk towards her and everything, trying to be as quiet as I can.
Yeah.
We have time. I've already surveyed the temple. They can't get in. The temple is very protected and guarded, but I am pretty sure my brother is inside, and so are most, if not all, of our congregation. But the kobolds are not inside the temple, so we're going to wait. That's what I want to do. I want to wait until I hear them break in, and then we will ambush them from behind if that happens. That's what Danica says to you.
It's so basically surprise them when they come out to investigate and everything.
No, when they
Basically,
break in
yes.
eventually.
If they
so
break
while
in,
they think if they break in, basically they will think that they are surprising the people inside, but haha, we have jumped over the wall and surprised them.
Okay, I gotcha.
I see no issues with this plan.
We just have to be very, very careful over this.
That's why I'm not going to be moving for the entire time we're waiting until the very end.
As a matter of
Because I
fact,
make a lot of noise.
you have at least an hour of waiting here in the woods for something to happen. It doesn't seem like the kobolds or cultists are in any kind of a rush to break into the temple. So why don't y'all take a short rest while you're waiting for something to happen?
Alright, so this
Ooh,
is
we
a
take a
short
short
rest. I guess I'm going to go ahead and use hit dice.
Do I have any, or did I use one already? I don't remember. Shoot.
This would be our second long rest of this session. Well,
Oh,
Of this-
second short rest? Yeah,
yeah.
I definitely used my hit dice then on the first one. The only time I've been at 12 HP was the start of the session.
Well, I basically got 10 back, but that brings you back up to full.
Nice.
anybody else need a short rest?
I got my breath weapon back.
Yeah, I
so,
took a short rest also. I'm 11 of 12, and I'm trying to figure out which abilities came back.
So I'll cast Detect Magic as a ritual during that.
You have time to do that, yes.
1 second, fellas. I'm going to step out for a second.
Sure.
Anything pop up on as magical on Danica or in the surrounding area?
No, but it reveals a resting place for the dragon that hadn't been noticed before.
Oh.
Apparently, one reason that the dragon is taking so long between its attacks is it's coming to a clearing across in this wooded area across the river from you that no one can see, and it looks like it's just lounging, bored. But
I'm going to point that out to everybody.
yes,
Tell them to be extra quiet.
but the person who most needs to hear it is Aldrin, who had to step out of the room for a moment. So,
Worst timing.
yeah.
I mean, I can cast Comprehend Languages and talk to the dragon. That's a ritual.
It's okay, I speak Draconic already.
Oh, well, you can do it.
Yeah, I don't
Do
speak Draconic, unfortunately.
Either of you want to attempt to talk to a blue dragon?
Sure, why not?
Roll to seduce dragon? No.
That's a good picture of a dragon. Okay. Leave me alone, I'm resting, pitiful humans and whatever you are, creatures. I'm resting.
That much is apparent, but why are you attacking when you're not resting? So what's going on with this?
I don't know what you're talking about. We're pillaging your little filthy town. We're building a giant dragon horde, and I'm a dragon. Why is this hard to understand?
But you seem rather lackadaisical about it.
I don't know what you're talking about. If I wasn't so lackadaisical, I guess I would eat you. Does that count?
I mean, kinda. It's only one person.
So, Aldrin, while you're waiting, you've discovered a way to talk to the dragon, who's apparently resting in the clearing on the other side of the stream from y'all. So they
Excuse
started.
me?
So they have started talking to the blue dragon, who's apparently resting between its attacks on the keep, and it seems bored.
Who is talking?
He speaks Draconic. Squatch's character.
Oh. You're actually oh god. Okay. What has been said?
Y'all want to fill him in?
Yeah, I've just let him know, asked why he's attacking and why he's being so lackadaisical about it.
his response.
More boredom and more, I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe we can think of something more interesting for him to do.
He does have a curious look on his face, though, as he examines Uldren.
Uldren's like kind of biting his tongue, staring at this Drake. Tell me, tyrant, what's the glory of besieging people who have no chance in fighting back?
There is no glory in that. I don't need to do this, but I must. I ask you, though, why is a dragonborn here in Greenest? I've never seen such a thing. You are so far from your home, are you not?
And aren't you from yours?
Well, I'm on a cause, and I'm sure you are as well. What is your cause, Dragonborn?
None of your business, Chromatic.
I would say the same, but you might be useful to me. Yes, you might be useful to me. So do you want to be useful, or do you want to die? Bump, bump, bump. As we lost the camera for a moment, and it's back.
I would rather
Had to
die
switch
than
server.
help a dragon like you.
Now those are bold
Hey,
words.
I'll be right back, alright?
Sure. Those are bold words.
I fear no dragon. My God. His will is just, and his will is absolute.
Well,
And if I should die here, no. Someone else will come along and take you down.
if you anger me, though, I will kill all of these innocents of this town. I will actually put some effort into this, or you can help me and I will help you. I won't attack anymore, and I will be your friend.
Sorry, I'm back. What happened? What?
They're discussing with
We're
the dragon.
trying to make a friend.
Who doesn't want to be friends with me?
What do you want, dragon?
Okay, this is a little embarrassing to admit. I'm a baby daddy.
All I hear is, who?
And
Aldrin's jaw drops.
my piece of crap, ill-born, half-dragon son is taken up with these dragon cultists and is blackmailing me. Isn't that awful?
Oh, it's so terrible.
So I'm actually about to have birthed a real slew of baby dragons. My eggs have been stolen by my ill-bred son, the half-dragon. That's why he's making me fight with them here. And I will happily not kill anyone if you can retrieve my eggs for me. You could do that, Dragonborn.
Where are they?
Ah, excellent. So, tomorrow, actually just a few hours from now, when this group retreats, I will make sure and leave a trail for you to follow. I don't know where this stupid son of mine is keeping my eggs, but you might be able to find them. It has to be near their camp. I will fly away now and leave a trail for you tomorrow to follow, and not kill anyone else. If you will follow them and search for my eggs. They've hidden them from me, and I don't know where. I just know it's near their camp.
You have my word.
And I will not kill another one then. Not a single person.
I hope you are being honest.
Well, I hope you find my eggs, or I will kill you. For sure. Why not? You're weaklings. You're nothing. And you do, all of you, in the pits of your stomach, feel this cold, like, it's a hard to describe level of fear. As the dragon just gives you a hint of its fearful presence. As it comes up to full, and it throws its wings down and leaps into the sky, and is good to its word. You see it flying away from the keep and away from Greenest. No more of the governor's guards will be killed tonight. If you can find those dragon eggs. Bum bum bum.
Yikes.
Well, that seemed to went well.
So the ones that
Yikes.
don't speak Draconic have no idea what just happened. You should explain it to them.
So all I heard was a bunch of roars and grunts. What happened? Are we dead? What?
No.
Not quite.
Reluctantly, we are working with the Drake. We're helping him find his eggs that his half-breed son has taken. And in exchange, he promised to harm no more.
So
It seems like we have a
Go ahead.
seems like we have a knack for finding those who need employed, who will employ us, who have marital issues.
I suppose.
Relationships are tough, even for dragons.
Yes.
I suppose, especially if they could just easily just get rid of eggs out of nowhere.
So,
Well, they're tiny and hard to keep.
So,
go
do
ahead.
we even have an idea where these dragon eggs would be?
He's leaving a trail for us to follow back to the camp of this particular sect, and he thinks it should be somewhere around their base.
Okay, so it's gonna be around our base. Do we have any idea what's gonna be around there at least?
Kobolds, cultists, mercenaries, and apparently a half-dragon.
Permission to kill the half dragon?
I don't think he would miss him.
All right, we just got to make sure. It's like, oh, you killed him. I didn't want him dead. I wanted to be punished. So I was like, all right, man, we'll go. You all right?
I appreciate you looking out for dragon's kind, culture.
We don't want to piss off a great big blue dragon. All right.
I feel it's inevitable.
At least get on its good side. At least.
Only until I can guarantee its demise.
Danica looks just astounded that y'all talked to a dragon and lived. And Danica's also super appreciative that you're helping them with their brother situation. So Danica, as a cantrip, can heal some wounds. So let's heal everybody back up to full hit points.
Woo!
Yay! I'm already full.
Good.
Yeah, sure.
Because you're going to need those hit points. Because as our session comes to a close tonight, you hear on the other side of the wall a massive crack and crashing sound. And Danica says, "We have to help my brother!" And over the wall, y'all go. Where we will start episode 3 a week from tonight.
Holy
Dun dun
moly.
dun. Yay!
Yay!
Whoa, we didn't die.
Yeah.
Sorta.
We're now
Officially
indebted-
dead.
We're now indebted to a dragon. So that's-
You're at least in a deal with a dragon.
At least it's willing to help us out on that, so we're good on that. We have an idea.
But a dragon's bad reputation is just as likely to eat you and kill you whether you help it or not. Either way.
Yeah, I'm expecting.
As long as I can
to give it
prolong my
one.
life as much as I can, I think I'm good.
Yes.
fair.
You
He's
definitely could do
going
that.
to turn on us as soon as we deliver the eggs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm expecting. So maybe we hold the eggs hostage.
See, lots of ideas.
We'll find.
If you can even survive the temple fight, which we'll find
I
out
hope.
at the beginning of episode 3. So, Sally, do you want to give everybody all the likes and follows real quickly as we exit out for the night?
Absolutely, Frank. I would love to more than do that. So before we even go and everything, our streams will be archived on our YouTube channel, which the link will be on the description in this channel right here. Or you can press exclamation point YouTube like I did. Like, hey, missing episode. I can't even speak. Wow, missing adventure. I wrote a one on my speech here. We're not traveling. We got you covered for these streams as they are archived on the channel. So currently episode 1 is up there right now, and I'll be uploading episode 2 tonight, and it will be available for the public tomorrow at around 12. So I believe that'll be 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, if you wish to go ahead and support all of us here, we have a donation link set up to help keep the show going, along with a Patreon. So we have different tiers, and with those tiers, you can either get, hey, we can get access to the Discord, view the DMs notes, and much, much more. You would have to read every single tier and see, hey, maybe I want to go ahead and join this one. And most importantly, we'd like to go ahead and thank our sponsors again, Elderwood Academy, for giving us some of these awesome dice boxes here. Unfortunately, they didn't help me much today, but
yeah, I don't think they're going to help you roll
really
20s.
Cool.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I had a blast tonight, as always. Thanks for watching our stream, and I'll see everybody at 7 p.m. Eastern next Monday night. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
See ya.